Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the April video blog post edition of The Author's Pen. My name is Cesar Rondina, and I'm glad you're joining me tonight. Just a brief overview. The Author's Pen is a diversified blog, meaning we'll talk about anything. We're not limited to one subject. It's published weekly every Monday evening at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time on all my social media platforms, which will be listed at the end of this. And occasionally, as time permits, I used to do it every month, but now it seems to be down to every couple of months. I like to get together and do this little video presentation because it kind of helps to bring us close together. On the bottom is my email address. I do accept guest blog posts. We've had numerous ones over the years from various different people that wrote fantastic articles. And so I encourage that. The only thing I ask is when you send it to me in Word format. I review it. If there's any questions I have for you, I let you know. If not, I get back to you and tell you when it will be published. And I don't restrict you sharing it or using it for your own advertising purposes. That's perfectly fine with me. All right, to the point. As you've probably noticed, those who subscribe and maybe don't subscribe but read occasionally, I sincerely hope that you do subscribe to my blog, and I certainly invite you to subscribe to my YouTube and Vimeo channels as well. But you'll notice the past probably 3 or 4 weeks, I've really been focusing around political topics. And the reason I've done that is because I've just learned over the years that people are just so uninformed about politics because of the media, which is not totally honest with us, and it's quite biased. People don't get all the information, so I kind of use some of my time to try and help square away that information and make sure that you're getting all the information. Let's not kid ourselves. We're living in very difficult and dangerous times. This is a very important election year. My blogs are always unbiased. I never tell you who to vote for. And the facts and the information are all facts, verified, and you can trust them to be the truth. So, but I wanted to switch it up a little bit because a few weeks back, quite a few weeks back, I wrote an article, or actually I think it was a video one, about artificial intelligence. And I've gotten a couple of emails saying, wow, things have changed so much since you wrote that, and they have. Artificial intelligence, probably what I'm telling you tonight will be upgraded and changed in another week. But I want to talk to you briefly about artificial intelligence and how it relates to a writer, such as myself, a blogger, so on and so forth. Podcasts have gotten very popular. Blog posts are still popular. TikTok, well, that's the biggest controversy in the world. People like to see video content. People aren't as big readers as they were years ago. But the thing that made authors great, such authors such as Stephen King, James Patterson, I don't put myself in their class. I think I'm a good author. I think I write great content, interesting books, but I don't put myself in their class. It's their style. It's their style of writing. People who are fans of very famous writers are fans of the way they write, the style in which they write. Now, AI has progressed to the point where it can write a book for me. Okay, I could put it'll write my book topic. It'll create my table of contents. And the grammar will be perfect. Everything will be excellent. But it's not me. It's not my style. Now, it's a great opportunity for people who've always struggled to write a book, who want to write a book. But where's their identity? Where is their style? What makes their books unique to them? What makes them unique as an author? All right? I've been criticized by the people I've hired to edit various different books for me many times, and they say, you shouldn't word it that way. We need to change this. We need to change that. And I'll say, leave it alone. Or I might like their idea. Because my style of writing is a simple, basic concept. All right? In order for me to implant the image or the story in your mind the way I want you to perceive it, then I have to write it in language in the way in which you could understand it, if that makes sense to you. So I write the way people talk, the way we talk every single day of the week. The comma may not be in the right place. You might need a period here instead of an exclamation point. But I write the way people talk because I believe that in writing that way, you're going to get my point. You're going to get what I feel. And you lose that with artificial intelligence. Now, artificial intelligence certainly has a place in a lot of different things. You've seen recently now where a lot of coffee manufacturers, artificial intelligence is making the cup of coffee for people. It's not even human beings doing it anymore. Well, companies do this for obviously to increase their bottom line. They may still have contracts with the company to maintain the equipment, but now they don't need the people. So they've increased their profit margin. I can't totally hold it against that for the company because everything about the company is the bottom line. I was in corporate America for years. I know the way that crap works. Okay? It's all about the bottom line. It's not about people. You lose that personal touch. All right? Some people don't care. Newer generation, Generation X, probably doesn't care as much as millenniums and older generations because we're used to that personal touch, that personal attention. Okay? So the thing is, where do we go with this? Or where is it going? I mean, in a way, it's good that AI can write a book for somebody because someone who's always wanted to write a book and just can never figure out how to get their way around doing it, well, artificial intelligence could certainly help them do it. Now, I will admit on my written blogs, there are certain things that if I may find difficult to research, I may put it into artificial intelligence and see what it kicks me back. But I don't use the words verbatim. I read it, and then I transform it into my own words and my own style, and to make sure the meaning comes across properly. All right? We must remember when we write, we're writing for a diversified group of individuals. Not everybody's got a doctorate degree. Not everybody understands the fancy words. So you have to make sure that everybody can understand what you're writing. And it speaks to your style. That's the main point of what I'm trying to bring across in tonight's blog, is it speaks to a person's style, their character. How can I make you feel what's in my heart or my mind when I'm writing something if some computer program is writing it for me? Now, will AI evolve to the point where it can really bring in emotions? They're working on that now, and who knows, by next week, they probably might be able to do it. But it takes the fun, the creativity out of it. Now, it might be great for certain things like advertising and marketing, and things of that nature, trying to develop a brand. It certainly has a place there, but not when it comes to writing, in my opinion. In my opinion, the connection that's made in a book is between the writer, the author, and the reader. If you can't feel me, you aren't going to get my books. And that's the bottom line. If you can't feel Stephen King, James Patterson, whoever, you pick whatever name you want, okay, then you're not going to enjoy their books. All right, so I guess the bottom line to what I'm trying to say is there's a place for everything in this world. And it's very important for us, regardless of progress, regardless of the bottom line, to know what that place is. And we can't take humanity out of the equation. All right? There's certain things we could take the person out of the equation for because robotics could do it so much better. Let's take certain types of medical surgeries. Doctors without the aids of robotics could probably never do those surgeries. So again, there's a place for everything. We just got to determine where that place is going to be. Hardest thing about it for you, the reader, is you're not going to know. Okay? Because with all the controversy with AI, people who use AI verbatim, it's really not plagiarism. And a lot of programs that writers or people can buy give you licenses so you could copyright that work. All right? So, but is it really creativeness? If I sit here and have AI write a book for me, which I could have AI write a book that takes me 3 or 4 months to write in probably a half hour. Did I really write that book? Of course not. So all I'm saying is, as AI progresses, as people, we really need to control just how much AI is going to control. So with that, I hope you enjoyed tonight's post and the purpose of it. And I did mention earlier, as time goes on throughout the year, I don't want to write strictly about politics on a weekly basis, but as the year progresses, it's going to become more of an important issue. But I do promise you that any posts I write about politics will be fair, equal, unbiased, and deal strictly with the facts. Because the choice at the end of the day is up to you. All right, we determine our fate, we determine our future. And ladies and gentlemen, this is a very critical election year. Regardless of who you vote for. It's not about that. It's about you being informed about who you're going to vote for. So with that, I wish you all a good evening. And remember the 3 things that I always profess. Live with an open mind, live with an open heart, and live your best life. God bless America, and thank you very much. Good night.